everyone, welcome back to Travel Spin. My name is Ariel and today I am at one of my favorite theme parks in the Carolinas, Dollywood. Oh my gosh, so these last couple of days have been crazy. If you missed my other video explaining what happened to me with the hotel debacle, I will have that linked up here and down below. Go check that out. It was very weird and interesting, and today's the first day that I feel myself. So I did go to Dollywood yesterday, but I came in the late afternoon and I did not stay till nighttime because I was way too tired and I was feeling sick. Again, I explained why I was feeling sick in the video, but if you're not gonna watch that video, long story short, I tried to stay at this one hotel and the smell inside the hotel was so bad that it actually made me physically ill, and it carried over into the next day because I must have had an allergic reaction to it or something. Even though I tried to salvage that day when I first got here, it was still a mess, and yeah, so the smell wiped me out and I was sick all day pretty much off and on yesterday, so I didn't do any filming. And then after Dollywood, I went to the island and I hung out there and I filmed a little bit and I went to dinner. And then the weirdest thing happened. So around like 11:30 at night, my blinds to my room got like lit up as if somebody put a spotlight on my hotel room doors, and I looked outside and there was a filming crew down there. They had these huge studio light LED lights and they were there until 5 o'clock in the morning, and they kept changing up their filming. I heard them yelling action and cut, and I heard people talking, and then they had music playing, so I have no idea what they were filming. I don't know if it was a commercial or a movie or what. It was kind of cool, but also, like, again, I didn't get the best sleep, so that's 2 nights in a row that I did not sleep that great. But that's okay. I'm caffeinated and I'm ready to go. And I went and bought the TimeSaver Pass again here at Dollywood because I have a goal. If you want to see my video from last time I was here, please go to the link down below to see that. But today, I'm going to try to go on every ride that I can with my TimeSaver besides the little kiddie rides. But I'm going to try to hit up all the big coasters that I can with my TimeSaver Pass to see how many rides you can get done in a day here if you do buy this. This TimeSaver Pass is $80 with tax. It came to about 87 bucks. And you can go on multiple rides. I got the TimeSaver Plus option, so you can go on multiple rides throughout the day, except for Lightning Rod, you're only allowed 1 time the entire day. But we're gonna go on as many rides as possible, including the new Big Bear coaster, which we're on our way to right now. As of this video, that is not included in the TimeSaver option because it's a brand new coaster that just opened in May, so it's a brand new coaster, and we are going to go do that one first so I can get that out of the way and then continue on my journey with the actual TimeSaver Pass option. So let's go on some coasters. Dollywood is having their summer celebration. They have special food options. They've got a bunch of interesting shows, including the Gazillion Bubble Show, which I will be seeing later today. I'm very excited to see that show. And for now, we're going to go to the back end of Dollywood to go on the new Big Bear coaster. And they are already advertising the Great Pumpkin Luminights. I went to this last year. If you'd like to see what this park looks like in the fall, go down to my link down below. But this was such a fun thing last year, and I already want to come back this year. The park opened at 10 o'clock, and right now it is 11 o'clock. So I'm here about an hour late. So we're going to see how much we can get done today. Along the way, make sure that you check out all of Dollywood's really fun photo ops. They have a coffin that I actually got into last year. They have this really funny shower section over here that you can pretend like you're showering like a lumberjack. The way that Dollywood is built is it's nestles into the Smoky Mountains, so a lot of pathways are going to be hilly, so make sure that you bring a good pair of walking shoes with you when you come to this park. There is a lot of walking up steep hills that you have to do to get to the locations for the different rides, but it's totally worth it. And for the summer celebration, they're actually doing this really fun thing where they're using like old school roadside attractions, which is Pigeon Ford's whole shtick. So it really is cool that Dolly is embracing the fun of roadside attractions. Not only is Dollywood nestled into the Smoky Mountains, but it is country themed. So everything you will find all throughout the park is based off of national parks, lumber, gold mining, coal mining, all the kinds of things that you would have found here in the 1800s, early 1900s. Actually, Mystery Mine is one of my favorite fun family coasters that they have here. It is so wild and it's zany, and it does feel like a roadside attraction, which is why I love it. It has a kooky story, it's got a talking vulture, it's pretty fun. To get to the new Big Bear coaster, we have to go to Wildwood Grove. To get there, you have to walk up and find Mystery Mine, and then there will be a little fork in the path. And you come on up the fork in the path and you come over to this side of the park into Willowwood Grove. Willowwood Grove is a very pretty, very family-esque area. It's a great place for little kids. They have rides and attractions and a little splash pad for them to enjoy. And there's also a few rides that are great to get kids used to moving on into the bigger rides, like the bigger coasters and things like that. But also, it's more than just that. It is a really fun place to come. It's beautiful back here. There's really pretty music that makes you feel like you entered a magical land filled with fairies and butterflies. And here is our look at Big Bear. Oh, there it goes. Big Bear is Dollywood's newest family-friendly coaster. And I went on this yesterday. It was so much fun that I have to do it one more time today. Okay, last time I was here, all of this was nothing more than a big construction wall. Now look at it. You can see the grass growing in underneath the tracks. They built this really pretty waterfall that you go over and under. And you can see the way that the Big Bear coaster is tucked in beautifully behind all this really pretty foliage and decorations. And I love the way, personally, that the coaster winds around behind this cute little kids ride where you get to ride on bears. They are adorable. The bears just come bouncing along the track. And I might actually want to do this Sunday just to say I did it. And you've got to hit up the Mountain Grove merchandise, because in here they have a ton of special merchandise just for the new Big Bear coaster that just opened up. I love it so much, I'm actually going to get my hands on some merchandise in here once I go on the ride this afternoon. And then inside this area is a cute little splash pad for kids. They actually have a little running creek that kids can just run in, play in, splash in. I even saw a kid laying in it yesterday, which I don't blame them at all. And they also added all these trucks in here. They have a Studebaker's truck, a Ford, Chevy, and it's actually really, really cute what they've done in here. All underneath the beautiful dreaming tree that Dolly has up here. This tree's cool because it turns on at night and does a little show. I actually showed that in my last video when I was here in the fall. But they changed this area up quite a bit for the summer celebration. They made this more into a fun roadside attraction with these trucks. And I really like what they've done with this area. All right, so the entrance is to the right of Dragon Flyer, and you come in here, and there it is. There's the new coaster. Woo! It's a 45-minute wait, so that's not too bad. And they also have misters in this section of the park as well, because it's pretty hot over here. And this new Big Bear coaster actually starts with the launch, so you get going right away. There's no lift hill. It doesn't really give you time to think. It just takes off from the station and you're going fast. And it has another propulsion area as well, kind of like Slinky Dog Dash, but it doesn't back up. But it does have an area where it speeds you back up and you go back up a lift hill. Now when you enter the section for the Big Bear, you'll start noticing tracks on the ground, and the tracks lead you right up to the new Big Bear sign. And this is actually a really great place to get a photo op. It looks super cool. And then the tracks lead you past the sign and right on into the ride. Here at Dollywood, you're not allowed to film on attractions, so I will see you guys when I get off the new ride.
On that last train. Hi.
I love the Big Bear coaster. I feel like it's the perfect addition to this section of Dollywood, and it's just a fun coaster. I actually found out more specs about it, and since going on it a second time, I really enjoyed myself. I think it's just perfect, and it's so much fun. You can actually hear the train ride that's going on. The train is still here from when this actually used to be Rebel Railroad. If you want to go back to my day 2 of Dollywood, I actually talk about the history of this park, what it used to be. And so if you want to check that out, I'll have that link down below as well. But for the Big Bear Mountain Coaster, I actually got some specs. So it's a 1-minute, 4-second ride with 3 launches, and the top speed, I believe they said it was 43 miles per hour. And it's so much fun. It never goes upside down, but it's fast, and it's got all these cool banking turns and weeble wobbles and make you feel like you're going even faster. And I love the story behind the ride as well. The idea behind this is that there is some park rangers that think that there is a legendary giant bear out there in the woods somewhere. When you're in line, you'll enter different cabins, and in there you'll see kind of almost like people hunting Bigfoot. You know, they've got like the legend of the Big Bear and sightings and maps and all kinds of stuff. And that's the idea. So when we go on this coaster, our job is to find Big Bear, but then Big Bear becomes the hunter and actually chases us out of its living habitat. And you can hear Big Bear growling at you in different parts, telling you to get off this mountain. So it's a really cool experience. I definitely would recommend going on it. Even if you're a jumbo coaster fan, I think you'd have a lot of fun on this ride, and it's the perfect ride for younger kids who are working their way up to the bigger coasters. Okay, so right now, that was only a 35-minute wait. It's almost 12:10 right now. So now we're gonna start using my TimeSaver Pass. I'm gonna start with the kiddie coaster that's right next to Big Bear. It's called Dragon Flyer. It's another one of those coasters where your feet hang, but it's great for the kids to like work their way up to something like Wild Eagle. Alright, so I just finished going on Dragonfly, and up next I have a bubble show reservation. That's something else you can do with these passes as well. You can get reservations to a couple of the shows. Make sure that you check online, and on the back of the map it'll tell you which shows. So I got a reservation for the Gazillion Bubble Show, and I have to be there around 1:15. Okay, so quick change of plans. I'm just gonna go over to the Gazillion Bubble Show now. I was thinking about switching it up and going on Mystery Mine, but actually that just closed, and then the Drop Tower ride line is really slow. So, and I'm not going to make it, so I'm just gonna go to the Gazillion Bubble Show, and then we will continue our quest to go on all the rides as possible with the TimeSaver Pass. Right as you enter the park, if you go to the right of the Welcome to Dollywood sign, they have this beautiful like kite alleyway over here. I'm gonna show it to you right now. It's super pretty, especially when the wind goes through it.
Come over this way, just a little bit. No, this way.
All right, I just had a quick bite to eat and I'm running a little late, so I got to get into the Gazillion Bubble Show. Not sure what to expect, but I can't wait to see it. If you have a TimeSaver Pass and you made a reservation and you come to the show, the entrance is right to the left of the main doors. Got out of the Gazillion Bubble Show. It was actually really fun. I did not know what to expect, and it actually blew my mind a little bit. I don't want to spoil too much, but it was definitely a lot of fun. So now it is late. It is 3:08 and I am still on my quest to go on as many rides as I can using my TimeSaver Pass. I'm only focusing on the rides that I can get on with TimeSaver today, but I did go on Big Bear already. And then I also knocked Dragon Flyers off the list, and I got that one done pretty early this morning when I got here. So I still have left Dropline, Mystery Mine, Thunderhead, Fire Chaser Express, Wild Eagle, Tennessee Tornado, Barnstormers, Dizzy Disc, Skyrider, The Waltzing Swinger, Smoky Mountain River Rampage, and Lightning Rod. I might have missed some. I had to write it all down on my phone in my notes to try to keep up, because I could not find like an official list anywhere online with just the list of all the rides that count with the TimeSaver Pass. But I'm going to try to hit up as many as I can. So I'm on the back side of the park right now, so we're just going to get things out of the way and continue our quest to go on as many rides as I can with the TimeSaver Pass. I want to try to go on Lightning Rod. It's been down since this morning. I'm not sure if it's going to be back up, but luckily I did it yesterday, and I have to tell you, it's crazy. You go like 73 miles per hour through the woods on an old school wooden roller coaster that has been turned into a hybrid metal coaster. It's insane, it's rough, and it's super fast, and but it's really, really fun. You don't go upside down, but I thought I was gonna die on it. But it was also super fun when it was over. I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I did it. I would love to go on it again today, so let's go see if it's open. Unfortunately, Lightning Rod went down, so I just hopped in line and they stopped the ride and made the announcement that they don't know when it will be back up and running. So I think I'm just going to skip it, and we're going to just keep doing our quest to see how many rides I can go on. Like I said, I got to go on it yesterday. It was really fun, but this ride goes down a lot. So do be prepared. There might be some days that you can't go on it. So that's why I recommend coming to Dollywood more than once. But yeah, it shuts down all the time. So up next, I'm going to go on a raft ride because I am really hot and I feel like getting soaked will be the perfect fix for that. Time for Smoky Mountain Rampage. If you don't like to get wet, I would recommend not riding this one. Not only is it one of those round raft rides, they've got these sprinklers kind of facing the raft, so you will get wet no matter what.
My favorite. Look.
Okay, so my day is not working out. So lightning rod went down, the raft ride did not work out, but I'm just gonna keep on going and not let that get me down. Up next is Barnstormer. I think it's like a giant swing ride, and I'm gonna do it just because it's on the TimeSaver Pass. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real fast, and then I'm gonna go on the log ride with my family, which it does not count for the TimeSaver Pass, but they wanna go on it, so I said yes, so I will go with them on that. And then after that, I will continue my quest to go on every ride that I can with the TimeSaver Pass. Barnstormer was a really fun, just a swing ride. You just go back and forth. There's no going upside down. You do get pretty high, but it's nothing extreme. I'm just glad I checked that off my list. And again, if you have maybe a family member or you yourself are trying to work your way up to bigger rides, this is definitely a good one to go on so you can work your way up to the bigger coasters and drop rides. Well, as you can probably see, that water ride got me soaked. It was really fun. It's very simple. You just kind of go along a log flume, go up and drop, and you're wet. And that's the point of the ride. And I don't know if you guys can see, but water dripping off of me right now. So I'm in a part of the park where I'm gonna hit up a bunch of rides now. I'm having a lot of fun, and I hope that you guys are too. So let's continue our coaster journey. All right, that's 5 rides down and 2 on my pass. So up next is going to be the Fire Engine Express, I think it's called, or Fire Chaser Express. So I'm gonna go ahead and go on that now, and then that will be the next one off the list.
We got smoke on the ridge. Go, go, go.
Wild Eagle. It is so smooth and it just feels like you're on the back of an eagle. Truly it does. Like if you could be a bird, Wild Eagle's definitely, I think, the closest feeling to swooping, diving, and pitching like birds do. Mystery Mine, successful. I lost my TimeSaver Pass on that. It came right out from inside my shirt, right up over my head, and I lost it when we went upside down in this weird corkscrew section. So, I have to now run to the front of the park to get my TimeSaver, but I'm gonna check and see how long the drop tower ride is, and if it's not long, I might as well just do it while I'm up here. I will need it for Thunderhead and the Lightning Rod because those are still very long. The wait times are still pretty long. So I'm just going to see what the wait time is here and see if I can do it. Okay, so there's no line at all, and I'm the only one in line. I don't know that I want to do this all by myself with nobody else on it. I hope somebody else comes along soon. Okay, so I did just now go on Drop Tower. It was really, really fun. Actually, was called Drop Line. It was fun. I was a little bit nervous because I was the only one who was gonna go on it, and I've never been on it before. And one of the hosts here was super nice. Her name, I think, was Anna or Ann. I think that was your name. Thank you so much for coming on it with me. She saw that I was nervous, and I told her I didn't want to go on it by myself, and she was like, I'll go with you. So she was great, and we just went up to the top. And if you want to get a really nice 360 view of the park, because it slowly rotates as you go up, so you get a great view of Dollywood and the Smoky Mountains. And then the drop, I mean, it's a drop, but it's not that bad. It was actually quite fun, and I really enjoyed it. Okay, now I've got to go see about my TimeSaver Pass, and then I can hopefully go on the last couple of rides on my list. Okay, new TimeSaver Pass acquired. Now I'm gonna go back up to Thunderhead. This one I'm a little nervous about because last time I rode it, I bruised my tailbone pretty bad on that, and it took a while for me to get over it. I was at work wincing and stuff, and it was my fault. I sat really stupidly on it when we went around a bank turn, and it knocked me for a loop. So I'm gonna go on it again this time, bracing myself, and definitely not sitting so comfortably like I did the first time. That was a rookie mistake. Thunderhead, as always, is a super rough, crazy ride. I was in the front row by myself, so that ride was nuts. I made sure to sit differently this time. I did not bruise my tailbone. I sat really rigid and ready to go. Into every turn, I was ready. But again, it's an old school wooden roller coaster. It is herky-jerky. You're gonna get jerked around left, right, and center, so you do wanna make sure that you hang on and are kind of rigid on that ride for sure. So I just totaled up how many rides that I have done, and as far as the TimeSaver Pass, I have done all the rides that I wanted to do today. Theoretically, there are 3 carnival/kiddie rides that are available over in the county fair area. I didn't make my way over there today because it's really hot over in that section, and also I just don't do little kid rides unless I don't know. I just don't really like to do the little kiddie rides and stuff like that. I saved it all for like the big stuff, the jumbo coasters, and I think it was well worth the money. Yesterday I bought one of these too with my family when we went on a bunch of coasters, a couple of them multiple times. So we had a lot of fun with it yesterday, and today I was so glad that I was able to do everything and show on video how much you can actually get done with one of these TimeSaver passes. Plus you can reserve seats for shows, which is always a nice bonus. Something that I'm loving about Dollywood is she has a lot of sensory areas, places for kids to just be and play. They've got playgrounds and these places where kids can like make music out of certain objects, items, fun things. They get to bang on pots and pans in some zones and like wind chimes in another. It's really cool. Plus she has really nice water features throughout the park, including misters, splash zones, and a lot of shade cloth zones for you to come and rest in. So it is hot out here, and I think she did a pretty good job of making sure that everyone can get cooled off at different times throughout the day. Something else you can do at the Dollywood Summer Celebration is the bubble foam zone. Now yesterday this place was super full of kids and adults playing in this waist deep bubble zone area. People were getting fully soaked with bubbles, and then they had a car wash, kind of like a walk-through car wash over here with water going that you could walk through to rinse off after you were done. It looked like so much fun, and they have a young kids section, they have a middle kids section, and they even have an adult foam pit for you if the adults are interested, or older kids. Nighttime has fallen on Dollywood, and I am up at the Willow Grove area to watch the fireworks and drone show. During the summer celebration at Dollywood, they have so much going on. They have tons of shows throughout the area, including extra fun things like the bubble foam pit that I showed you earlier. And at night, about half an hour before the drone show, they have a dance party, and it's really fun. They're playing all kinds of copywriting music that I can't show you right now. But let me tell you, the music's pumping, the kids are loving it, and there's a lot of adults dancing as well. It's so cool. They've got smoke and lasers. Let me show you. Hey guys, it's me from way in the future. Sorry about the lighting. I don't have a like studio lighting set up just yet, but I'm going to be working on that in the next couple of months. So that way I can start doing some home vlogs and things like that. But I hope that you guys enjoyed my video to Dollywood. I had a lot of fun, and I wanted to let you know that since I've been home, I came home about barely 2 weeks ago, and Dollywood has updated their TimeSaver Pass yet again. They now have 3 options, and there is a new option at the end here. You can see it right now. The new TimeSaver Premium is $99 plus tax, and this one will get you on unlimited rides for all of the rides, including now Lightning Rod and Dragon Flyer, so you can now go on those as many times as you want. Plus, this is the only pass that'll let you get on the Big Bear Mountain Coaster. However, that is still limited to 1 ride only for now. When I was there, I actually pointed out that the TimeSaver Pass line was there. They just had it closed, so this must have been what they were waiting for. It'll be interesting to see if next year they'll add a one-time only to the lower option, or if they will just keep this $99 option for the Big Bear Mountain Coaster. And when I did the $80 option, the TimeSaver Plus, I thought it was really worth it. Not only was I able to go on all the rides that I wanted to go on, but I had time to go do the other rides that were listed. I decided against it because, like I said in the video, it was super hot that day. The county fair is it's a county fair, right? So not the most shaded area, very hot, a lot of asphalt. They had like carnival games and things like that. Plus, I don't do well on those tinier rides that spin, so I opted out. But however, if you wanted to go on those, there was time to go on those. And even though Lightning Rod was down and the raft ride didn't work out, when I tried to go on them, I could have went on those earlier in the morning if I wasn't in such a vlogging mode where I was like, I'm going to show you the Big Bear Mountain Coaster and focus on that first. So I do think that the $80 was worth it. Plus, you are able to make reservations for shows like the Gazillion Bubble Show, which I did, so I got a good seat. And I do think it's worth it. Something that you can save up for and do if you feel like doing that next time you go to Dollywood. So anyway, thank you guys so much for coming with me. I have so many things planned for this channel. I am also going back to school this semester to finish up my AA degree. So I'm looking forward to a lot of new things coming down the line. I'm going to be doing some local things local to me. They're like an hour away, but there's some cool stuff that I can do in the area that I live. So I'm going to be taking you with me, and make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, because October is coming fast, and I will be going to Universal Studios Orlando for Halloween Horror Nights for the first time in my life, and I will be vlogging my experience as a first timer and someone going completely by myself. I'm a little nervous to go in the haunted houses by myself with no scream squad, I think they call it, but I'm gonna give it my best and try really hard not to freak out. Scary houses don't really bother me anyway, but I've heard that these ones are super more intense than any others. I know that I can't take you in the scary houses, but I'm still going to vlog my experience at the scare zones and let you know what a fresh-eyed person thinks about the experience. Plus, while I'm there, one night is devoted to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, and I have a costume all set up and everything. I'm super excited to go to that too. So I'll be having 2 opposite ends of the spectrum of Halloween. I'll have the Halloween Horror Nights, which is going to be, you know, gory and terrifying, and then I'll go over to the Magic Kingdom one night and do the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. That's gonna be, you know, still spooky, but like lighter, airy spooky, and just kind of fun, and Disney villains and stuff like that. So yeah, if you are into this kind of content, please consider subscribing and make sure you give this video a thumbs up. It helps me out tremendously in the algorithms, and I'm just having fun and really, really enjoying going around and doing things I would be doing anyway. But this time I'm bringing you along for the ride. So thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys really soon here on Travel Spin. Bye everybody.